Super Mario Galaxy. I mean, where do I even begin? It's one of my favorite Mario games to date, and it has some great galaxies you visit. Now I'm just going to cut to the chase. Today we're going to be ranking all 42 of them. And yes, I will also be ranking Galaxy 2 in the future. This is the longest ranking video I've ever had to make so far. So, yeah, I'm going to have to limit myself to how long I talk about each galaxy. So it should be a fun challenge. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into the video. Number 42, Grand Finale Galaxy. I understand this is just supposed to be relaxing. I mean, you've done all this work and now you're supposed to chill and grab all the purple coins, but there's literally no challenge anywhere. It's just the first part of the game, and you're collecting purple coins, which are they're literally on your path that you walk. It's fairly boring, and it does feel rewarding and relaxing in a sense. It's not a very good galaxy all in all. Number 41, Flip Switch Galaxy. This is a fairly basic galaxy. It's one of the first ones you go to, so I don't blame it for being basic. Basically, you just have to run around flipping switches. To be honest, I get why it's basic, because like I said, it's one of the first galaxies you visit, but still, it's not very good all in all. Number 40, Gateway Galaxy. The first galaxy you actually visit. Well, not including Grand Finale Galaxy, because that's something else. You get my point. Gateway Galaxy is fairly basic. It's where you learn the mechanics of the game, and then you go back there later and unlock the red star and get purple coins. Both stars are fairly basic, and while I understand why they're basic, again, all in all, it's not very good. Number 39, Hurry Scurry Galaxy. This galaxy honestly, it has a really good idea, but the galaxy itself is very short, and it doesn't really expand on the idea as much as it could have with, walking on platforms and them falling. Honestly, if it was just a little bit longer, it might have been better. That's what she said. Number 38, Sling Pod Galaxy. I personally just don't like this one because of how difficult it is, but that's just my own personal belief. A lot of you may disagree with this pick, but I've just never enjoyed this galaxy. Number 37, Big Mouth Galaxy. Honestly, this galaxy feels incomplete. This star itself is fairly basic to get, and it can even be cheesed by bouncing off the wall with a Koopa shell and getting to the top part early. Honestly, it just doesn't feel like I had very much work put into it, and you just kind of feel like it's just very basic. It's not a very good galaxy. Number 36, Sand Spiral Galaxy. This galaxy has a really cool idea. You can choose between either the bee mushroom or the boo mushroom to try and navigate your way to get to the star. Everyone's just going to pick the boo mushroom because that makes you fly infinitely, but it's still a really cool idea. The only reason it's so close to being, ranked so poorly on the list, there we go, that's what I'm trying to say, is just simply because, like I said, everyone's just going to pick the boo mushroom, and the level isn't very detailed. It's very simple, and honestly, it could have just been a lot better. Number 35, Snowcap Galaxy. Nintendo and their obsession with us catching wabbits. A joke stolen from Nathaniel Bandy's channel right there. Anyways, Snowcap Galaxy is another galaxy where you need to catch some wabbits, and it's not fun at all. You need to use your cursor to move snow, which is so excruciating, and you need to do it all under a time limit. No one enjoys this galaxy, I'm sorry, but no one does. Number 34, Drip Drop Galaxy. Again, another fairly basic galaxy. All you really do is grab a Koopa shell and throw it at some eels. Yay, you win a star. Number 33, Rolling Green Galaxy. This introduces you to the, I forgot what it's called. It's like the ball thing you stand on and it rolls. I don't even know if it has an official name. Anyways, you just roll over some greens, stomp on some Goombas, and you get to the end and there's a star. It's fairly basic and a little easy. It might be a little challenging for your first time, but again, it's fairly basic and easy, so once you get the hang of the motion controls, you should be fine. Number 32, Loop-de-Loop Galaxy. Now we're getting into some of the more detailed and honestly better galaxies. Loop-de-Loop Galaxy has you on an eel and you just need to not fall off the water. If you're not careful, it can actually be fairly difficult, and it does make for a pretty fun experience. Number 31, Loop-de-Swoop Galaxy. This is the same concept, but it's a little harder. To be honest, these two could be interchanged, but I think I like Loop-de-Swoop better. Number 30, Honey Climb Galaxy. This one has you using the bee mushroom to climb up some walls with honeycombs on them. It's not that bad. It's a pretty fun level, and it uses the mechanic fairly well. That's really all I gotta say about it. It's pretty good. Number 29, Bowser Jr.'s Lava Reactor. The reason I think this is the worst out of all the Bowser Jr. galaxies is because there's not really much level leading up to the boss fight, and the boss fight itself is just a refight. Sure, the King Caliente boss fight is spiced up a bit because, you're standing on panels that slowly sink into the lava, but still, it wasn't very creative. Well, I mean, the way they spiced it up was creative. By the way, spicing it up was a pun on my part. But I still would have rathered an original boss fight. Number 28, Bonefin Galaxy. Bonefin is, frankly, one of the best boss fights in the game. It's really intense. It makes great use of the water mechanic in the game. Well, not really a mechanic, but you know what I mean. And he takes 5 hits instead of 3. He just broke tradition right there, which is why it's such a great boss fight. Bonefin is definitely one of the best boss fights in the game. However, the reason the galaxy is ranked so poorly on the list is just because it's just a boss fight. So, yeah. Number 27, Bowser Jr.'s Robot Reactor. The only reason actually this is ranked above Bowser Jr.'s Lava Reactor is just because I like the boss fight more. Mega Leg is again one of the best boss fights in the game. Just like Bonefin, one of the best boss fights in probably Mario history actually. And Mega Leg is just so creative as a boss fight that it's just a joy fighting Mega Leg. So that's kind of why Mega Leg is ranked above Bowser Jr.'s Lava Reactor and Bonefin Galaxies, just because I'm more ranking those ones based off of how good the boss fights in those galaxies are. But anyways, moving on. Number 26, Sweet Sweet Galaxy. This galaxy has you kind of traversing your way through a level where there are kind of cutouts of sweets and, well, sweets of course as you'd expect, and they're kind of like coming at you. They're moving all over the floor, I guess, and you just gotta try not to fall and fall forever into the abyss and cold darkness of space. And at the end there's a cake, so that's cool. Number 25, Boo's Boneyard Galaxy. This galaxy is fairly enjoyable. If you like the Boo race in a ghostly galaxy, then you're gonna like this galaxy. The only reason this galaxy isn't ranked better on the list is just because it's a little simple and it's just a Boo race. So yeah, that's about it. Number 24, Bubble Breeze Galaxy. This is a fairly enjoyable galaxy. You're put into a bubble and you have to use the pointer to move Mario around. It's pretty cool and it has a fair share of obstacles. And the entire level itself is pretty creative. Plus, there's even a part where if you just want to kind of be done with the level, you can, or there's a more section for pro gamers if you'd like. I don't know why I stuttered over that, but anyways, moving on. Number 23, Matter Splatter Galaxy. This galaxy has a fantastic idea. Taking matter, I guess, and making it splattered around randomly while only appearing for a little bit and having areas where there's no matter, or floor, I guess you could say, is genius. But the reason it doesn't work very well is because the level is so slow and easy. Seriously, it did not it did not do as well as it could have. Like, yeah. Especially the part where you spring Mario. That part is just so slow. If this level was just utilized better, it would definitely be closer to number 1 on the list. Sorry about the stutter there. Number 22, Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada. While I do think Mega Leg is a better boss fight than the Bowser Jr. one, at least Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada is more of an actual level. There's a lot of level building up to the Bowser Jr. boss fight, and the actual boss fight itself is pretty good. I love airship levels in Mario games, and while this isn't one of the better ones, it's still pretty good. Number 21, Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. This one utilizes the motion controls of the ball thingy a lot better than Rolling Green Galaxy. There's a lot more obstacles, and they're far more creative too. While the level is definitely more difficult, it's also definitely more creative. Number 20, Bubble Blast Galaxy. I could see a lot of you disagreeing with this one being ranked so well, but if I'm being honest, I actually enjoy this galaxy. The challenge of it is, I agree, can be fairly difficult at times, but I also think the challenge is fun. Now hear me out. Once you get kind of like the bubble thingy controls down, it can be fairly simple, just kind of moving around. I honestly do enjoy this galaxy, and it's just kind of fun. Number 19, Buoy Base Galaxy. This galaxy is infamous for its amazing music and also amazing level design. This galaxy is instantly a fan favorite, and it's just amazing. And it's even given the treatment of being a 1-star galaxy that also has 2 stars. I mean, I know that make it a 2-star galaxy, but still, it has a green star hidden in it. And honestly, traversing your way up this tower is gratifying. It's awesome. You feel like you're a pro gamer traversing your way up it. It's filled with obstacles and tricky bits to overcome. I love this level every time I love playing this level every time I play Galaxy. It's amazing. Number 18, Bowser's Star Reactor. Let's be real, every Bowser level in any Mario game is instantly one of the best. Bowser levels are awesome, and this one is no different. It throws some pretty good obstacles at you, and for the first Bowser level you visit, it's pretty good. Number 17, Bowser's Dark Matter Plant. This is basically a very similar level, but it's better. It throws in the element of dark matter, which as soon as you touch it, Mario dissolves into nothing. Jeez, Mario has some dark deaths in this game. I mean, first it's flying into the abyss of space forever. Then he gets sucked into black holes, and now he's getting dissolved into nothing. Anyways, it's a pretty good galaxy. Number 16, Sea Slide Galaxy. This is a pretty good galaxy. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good. The reason it's not ranked better on the list is just because getting around it can be difficult. I mean, you can really only move in one direction. I mean, sure, most of the stars really just have you moving in that same direction, and then you get the star, but still. Plus, some of the stars aren't super creative, but yeah. It's a pretty good galaxy, just compared to the rest of the other more bigger galaxies with, like, 6 stars and all like that, you know what I mean. It's just not as good. Number 15, Beach Bowl Galaxy. This one's just better than Sea Slide Galaxy for just being less linear and more open. It's got some pretty iconic stars, and all in all, it's a good place in the game. Number 14, Dusty Dune Galaxy. This galaxy is pretty good. It's got some good stars. My only problem with it is that it's a sand galaxy. It sounds weird and all, but I've just never been a fan of sand levels in Mario games. They just always seem so open and empty. Maybe that's just me, but that's always how I've felt about them. Although I will admit Dusty Dune does not feel that way, but still. Yeah, it's a good galaxy, you get my point. Number 13, Good Egg Galaxy. For the first real galaxy, not including Gateway Galaxy you visit, Good Egg Galaxy is really good. It's instantly an iconic Mario level, it's got some amazing music, and every star you collect is a joy. It's just awesome. For the first galaxy you visit, it really immerses you into the space aesthetic, and it's a great starter for the space-themed adventure you're about to go on. Number 12, Honey Hive Galaxy. Honey Hive Galaxy is another really iconic Mario level. It's got some great stars, and it does a good job of teaching you some mechanics that Good Egg Galaxy just didn't end up teaching you. It also helps just kind of get you used to the game and the mechanics while not being too overwhelming. It's a good galaxy, and it's just a nice, relaxing way to get used to the game if you're playing it for the first time. Then, Gold Leaf Galaxy. Aren't clones just the best? Obvious sarcasm. Gold Leaf Galaxy is really only better than Honey Hive because I just find the stars are more creative and more challenging. That's really it. I mean, it was kind of lazy. It literally just mirrored Honey Hive's, but again, it's still good. Still good either way. Number 10, Space Junk Galaxy. Obviously, if you're going to have a space-themed game, you gotta have a level where there's just gonna be junk. Space Junk Galaxy is that level. It's filled with random stuff you think you'd find in space, and it's really cool using pole stars to navigate them. Every star feels really creative, and it really immerses you into this space-themed level. It's just amazing. You just gotta love this one, and the music's so relaxing. You just feel relaxed playing this level, and you just feel like you're truly in space. 9. Battle Rock Galaxy. Battle Rock Galaxy is really good as well. It feels epic. You feel like a pro gamer doing basically every star. The music is epic. The aesthetic is epic. And of course, every star is epic. You feel really cool constantly finding more areas and traversing around this giant rock in the middle of space, to even going inside of it at some points, and watching parts of it blow up as you traverse certain stars. It's gratifying just traversing this entire galaxy, and it's an instant classic. Number 8, Dreadnought Galaxy. If you're a fan of Battle Rock, you're a fan of Dreadnought. Both of them are famous for having two of the hardest purple coin stars in the game, because if you miss one, you basically have to start over, but Dreadnought is the harder of the two. Of course, I'm just pointing that out. Of course, that doesn't make the galaxy good or bad, but Dreadnought has a very similar feel to Battle Rock. It's kind of a floating thing in the middle of space that you constantly traverse around, and I think Dreadnought, does a better job of being creative with its stars. Number 7, Melty Molten Galaxy. Galaxy has its fair share of lava sections, but Melty Molten is the real deal. It's got some really good lava areas that you traverse through, and it's just a great galaxy. It's an instant classic lava level in the Mario universe, and it's one you're happy to go back to. Number 6, Freeze Flame Galaxy. This is another sort of lava level mixed with nice level. It's a really good idea, and it's just great. It's really creative, and I love how, like, in the last star, you're just kind of like going through a mix of cold and hot levels. It's really good, and it's a great galaxy that you instantly remember as soon as you play it, just for how creative it is. Number 5, Deep Dark Galaxy. This galaxy is weird, but that's why it's great. You see, you start on a beach, which you wouldn't expect, but then you have to launch yourself to another planet, and then launch yourself back to get a fire flower. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember how that process works. I haven't played Galaxy in a while. But there's even a point where you can go back to the first planet in Gateway Galaxy, which, spoiler alert, is fake. But still. And then, yeah, eventually you just kind of like go back to the beach. You light some fire thingies. Then the rest of the level continues, etc., etc. There's a big pit of water with a lot of darkness. You refight the Kamek thing. I forget her name. Isn't it like Camilla or something? I don't know. It's a really weird galaxy. There's even a part where you plow tennis balls into a watermelon to make it grow, and then a star appears. It's a weird galaxy, and that's why you remember it, and that's why it's so iconic. And it's also why you love it so much. It just kind of keeps you on your toes, wondering what it's going to throw at you next. Number 4, Gusty Garden Galaxy. Where do I even begin with this one? It has probably the most iconic Mario song of all time, and it's probably the most iconic level in this game. It's just awesome. It's so simple, yet so good. All the things it throws at you are so mild, or not, they're challenging enough to the point where it's not easy, but not so challenging that you're stressed out. It's challenging to the point where it's almost relaxing, and going through each level just feels like a treat. It just feels like the galaxy just wants you to enjoy yourself, and it does a good job of that. Every time I go back to this galaxy, you know what I mean, I have a good time, and that's why it's so good. Number 3, Bowser's Galaxy Reactor. Some of you may think I'm overrating this one a little, and maybe I am, but let's be real, this is hands down the best Bowser level in any Mario game ever. It throws as many elements as it can at you, from lava to skating on ice to disappearing platforms to quicksand to basically almost every main element in the game. And once it's all over, you fight Bowser himself in one of the best Bowser boss fights of all time. It's just, I have no words to describe how good it is. It's one of the best experiences Galaxy has to offer. Number 2, Ghostly Galaxy. This galaxy has a really eerie and creepy vibe to it, while also being a lot of fun. Every star feels different from one another, and every star feels very creative. You just have a lot of fun in this galaxy, and it's kind of hard to explain why. Especially when the aesthetic is very dark and eerie, but yet it's so fun and enjoyable. I just find I really enjoy every star in this galaxy, and that's why it's so good. And number 1 on the list, Toy Time Galaxy. Toy Time Galaxy is really creative. I really like the idea of making everything around Mario really big, especially toys, and making him have to go through it. Every star in Toy Time Galaxy is really creative, really well thought out, and really well executed. Toy Time Galaxy is an instant classic, and it's hands down the best galaxy in the game. Wow. That video was really difficult to make. I'm not sure how long it was, but if you made it to the end of the video, give yourself a round of applause, because that video was probably really difficult for me to hold your attention for however long it's going to end up being. But I will be doing Galaxy 2 very soon, so consider leaving a like and subscribing if you want to see that. I mean, sure, it might already be out by the time you're watching this, but still, it helps me out a lot. Anyways, like I just said, like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.